Hey guys, welcome. This is Mark Crypto Boy in Oz. It is Sunday, the 11th? Yeah, the 11th of July. And there's not a lot happening. Everything's kind of going sideways. And to be honest, a bit disappointed really, because I'm trying to increase my coins by like doing like trading on like a 1 hour chart. Um, but it's not proving very successful because there's not a lot of movement. So I'm like, I've done it with a few now where I've kind of risked a lot for very little return. And now I have got a little return. I have increased my coins like slightly, but like in some instances, like maybe I think 700 Cardano to increase my Cardano by 20. Does it really seem worth it in the long run? Probably not. But then I look at it as that's like 25 to $30 invested without the investment. Even though I am investing it because I have sold crypto and then rebought back, but it doesn't feel like that anyway. Um, what has been happening though? I mean, when I say not a lot has been happening in crypto. But one thing I have noticed quite a big gain in 23, just over 23% gain is my subs. I had 17. I have now got 21 subs and I haven't done a video for what, 3 days? Not done a video for 3 days, and that's because I'm just knackered because I've been working. Basically, I live in Western Australia. I'm a roof contractor. We've had a lot of bad weather. I mean, that sounds a bit soft because I'm from the UK. So in reality, we've not had that much bad weather, but for Australia, we have. And I've been doing a lot of extra hours trying to get on top of all the extra workload that we've been getting through leaks and maintenance. I've been doing more hours, and in the end, I'm knackered. So I get on from work. Normally, I like to come in here, do some kind of video for you guys, but I've just not had the mental capacity to do it. And in that period, people are still subscribing. So I'm really feel a bit blessed actually. 21 subs. And again, like I keep saying, I'm only a small channel. I'm only just getting going, and I've not got a lot of money invested. So I'm just like you guys. Hopefully, we can all relate. Um, Also, as well, I've just wanted to share before I could do anything else. I just wanted to share my personal portfolio as well because I have changed it a little bit. Not a lot, but I was watching Banter Bags. I was watching Crypto Banter last week, and Richard Hart was on. And to be honest, I knew Richard Hart from 2018. I watched some of his videos. This is before Hex and everything, um, and he was a bit of a like eccentric dude back then, and he still is now. And he's controversial. He's pretty arrogant, but he's very well educated. And he was talking about his project, which is called Hex, and he's released it. That Hex was when it was brought out. It was launched on Ethereum, but he's actually creating his own blockchain called Pulse Chain, and it's going to be launched on there soon. It's going to be a fork between Ethereum. Going to fork Ethereum, and then that happens. It takes a snapshot of what you've got, so you end up with basically double what you've got on Ethereum, then copied across onto the Pulse Chain blockchain. And I was just looking into it and like quite a bit interested in it. And I mean, a lot of people call it a Ponzi scheme. Um, and I mean, it has got some similarities, but also the tokens are kind of locked in for set amounts. So when you basically if you buy X, you can just keep it. You don't need to do anything with it. And then if it goes up, it goes down, whatever. Just like any other coin, you can buy it, sell it. The only difference is Richard Hart is a bit more. It's funny, really, because he's telling you the truth into what the coin does, and it's all about money. And at the end of the day, people invest in money to get rich. There's very few people that invest in crypto for the fundamentals and for the use case. Um, Perhaps you might be that way inclined when you are a millionaire and you've paid your house off and you've got nice vehicles, or you're spending your wealth on whatever you want to do, and you've still got obviously lots of crypto um, holdings. You might have more of an interest in the use case then, because you've. I mean, to be perfectly honest, if you're into crypto, you're actually interested in it, and if you're researching it every day and you're looking at projects and you're following like all the news groups and that you're watching all these YouTube channels, you just develop a passion for it anyhow. But I think before people obviously make it and actually become rich from it, that's the only goal, really. I mean, once they get rich, then they might want to help other people and diverse into different things and start getting interested in projects, maybe. But the whole goal is to give yourself life changing wealth and create wealth for your family. And Richard Hart is just upfront with it, and he just basically tells you how it is. And it tells you the whole purpose of investing is to stake, is to for long term investment, where over time the price goes up, and if you lock your tokens away for a set amount, the longer you lock it away, um, the more that you get given in return. So, for instance, if you lock away, I think for 5 years, you end up with double what you invested, and then you've also got the increased price accumulation of what's going to be happening from now till 5 years from now anyway. So regardless if you stake it or you just keep it on in your wallet or MetaMask or whatever, it's going to accumulate in price over time anyway. And one thing I didn't realize is, because it's probably slightly controversial, um, it has got quite a high market cap. And if you look at the market cap of it on different platforms, not coin market cap or coin gecko. Um, there's another one, but I can't think what it is to mind. Coin paprika. If you look at coin paprika, it actually shows you the true market cap of all coins, regardless of if they're controversial or not, because a lot of ones that they class as scams or spam or just rubbish coins, they don't necessarily list. But if you look at Coin Paprika, at the overall market cap, X is actually number 9, which is mental, because most people have never heard of it. It's only because Richard Hart has brought awareness to it by being on Crypto Banter. It's got a $24 billion market cap, and I don't know what the percentage is. It's probably there for everybody to see if you delve into Hex and the website. But I would imagine 80+% of it is staked. Purely because you stake it, you get rewarded in more Hex. So I can't see how you wouldn't stake it. And just for full disclosure, I actually bought $500 worth of Hex, just as a hedge, because I mean, people that bought it last year have made serious wealth, or they've made serious amounts of money because it was so cheap. I mean, I've come in at 8 cents, 8.4 cents or whatever. So I basically bought it as a hedge. It's only $500. Worst case scenario, I lose everything, which I don't think is going to happen. Best case scenario, for some reason it does get shown its true market cap on Coin Market Cap or Coin Gecko. I mean, because can you imagine? Can you imagine if this was suddenly on Coin Market Cap or Coin Gecko? If this was suddenly visible, so people look at this. It's number 9. It's 8 cents. It's got a $24 billion market cap, and the investment what I'd pour into it would be unbelievable. Anyway, I'm not here to plug it. I'm just disclosing what I've got in my portfolio, and now I've changed it slightly. So I changed. Where are we? So here it is. So this is my portfolio now. I've got 5,420x at $457. Just out of kind of curiosity, just let's see. Do I really want to know? Do I really want to know? But say I'd have bought this a year ago. So 458 times. I'm just plucking this data out of thin air. Well, yeah, 0.02, 8. Oh, it's not times, is it? It's divided. Kind of makes you sick, really. But if I'd have bought this in September last year, and I've got 163,000 X. Um, 163,000 X. If I spent $457, I've had 163,000 X, and times that by today's price, times that by, oh, hang on. What have I just done? One second. I mean, I didn't really want to go into hex really too much, but I'm just actually curious now to what I would actually have if I'd have bought it last year. Oh God, oh my. So divided by point 0.023 equals. Right, okay, so if I'd have bought it on the 6th of September, I'd have had 198,000 hex for $457, which kind of makes me sick. So if I times that by 457, oh, hang on. So if I times that by, what's the price of it? 0.0.0843 equals. Geez. So if I, right, I'd have had $16,750. There's plenty of people that bought back then, and that's what they'd have now. But nevertheless, anyway, that's just my showing my portfolio. And also as well, I've bought some extra gero. So I had 15,000 gero. I've just bought another 2,356 or thereabouts. So I just want to increase the gero because I've just got strong vibes about this. I mean, God, when Cardano, I can't wait for Cardano to come out. Once that mainnet launches and all the projects start flooding over, opening up, new projects opening up, and then projects on Ethereum, different blockchains moving over to Cardano. It's going to be, I think it's going to be explosive. I think the second half of this year, like August, September, as soon as all this manipulation stops and the prices start like equalizing and rebalancing where they should be, the prices start going back up again. I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people think we could be going into a bear market. I don't, but could be wrong. Either way, I don't care, to be honest, because all this is long term. So whatever I'm investing in now, I keep it, forget about it, and come back again 4 years down the line. At the minute, I'm not really swapping anything. Pretty much everything I've got now is locked up. Hex is locked up. So to be honest, everything I've got, like everything, is fully staked, apart from Refinable, which I ain't going to sell because I'm $700 down and it's not worth touching. And Gero Wallet, I'd stake it if I could, but at the minute there's nowhere to stake it. So that's something I want to stake. So there's no, I mean, I'm not going to move it. I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to hold it for the long haul. So yeah, one thing I did want to just touch on as well. Well, before I do, just look at Bitcoin on TradingView. It's not looking brilliant, is it? Like you've kind of got lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low. Did have a higher low, but then lower low. So it's forming this downward kind of trend, and then you've got this support here. Where will that do anything? Will that stop? I mean, it's got this chance here to hit support, and then it's got this chance here to hit this support. So it's got two kind of areas, like 32.6, where it could bounce off there. If it goes through 32.6, then it's got a chance of going down to, I don't know, anywhere from 31.6 Yeah, anywhere in 31,500, and then after that, it's probably got this support line here, which is 30,000. And I think if it breaks 30,000, then who knows where it can go. I mean, it could go all the way down to 20,000, like, and all the way down to here. Do we want it to do that? Not really. It's a buying opportunity if you've got cash. I mean, I've actually put some, not in not in not in this portfolio. This portfolio, everything's kind of staked apart from gero. Now I have traded gero. I think if that goes up to 18, 19 cents again, I'll probably take some out into USDC and then wait for it to drop again just to accumulate some more. But my super portfolio, I've got about 3,000 US dollars in USDC just in case these support lines don't hold, because there's a good chance they won't. And if they bounce and they break through this support line, this resistance line, if they break that, that's good. But it still wants to get up to around this marker here, 36.2, like over 36,000, because it wants to get over these previous highs, like this high here, and around this high here. It wants to get above that if possible. And I think if it does get above that and then retest and stays above that, like that form support off that, then we could be going back up to like the 40 plus range. And I think in all likelihood that's probably something that'll happen. But then will it happen now? Or will this happen? Will something happen down here first? Nobody knows, and everyone's speculating. I mean, I've listened to so many different people who believe it's going to go down to 20k. Other people believe it's just going to go up. Other people think it's going to go sideways. So really, the candles tell the tale, and they only tell it after it's happened. So trend lines, support lines, they do form actual. They do create, like, where the candles go does generally follow these support and trend lines, but then when they break them, then you just go into previous trend lines. So you have got markers, so you have got ideas where they're going to go to, but you don't really know until it happens. That's what I'm saying. But either way, I try to make a bit of money either way. So I'm quite happy going sideways, because when it's going sideways, I can kind of just accumulate more coins. At the minute, I'm not doing a brilliant job. I'm only accumulating small amounts. Like my last trade was Matic, and I think I sold about 1,500 Matic, and I gained 80. But it's a win, because I think 80 Matic. I mean, I'm selling 1,500 into USDC, but out of that 1,500, I've gained an extra 80 Matic. And if I keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that, over time, get to a point where you'll be able to double what you've got without investing any fresh cash. So that's my plan, and I'm just debating now what to keep in and what to move out of, because I don't generally want to leave anything I've got. Like, if we look at my super portfolio, like Polygon is my biggest holding. I've got this is my 3,300 in USD, 5,000 XRP, 154 dot, 11 Kasama, 1,600 Cardano, 100 Chainlink, and then these down here. These are just like what I'm trying to do. I want Solana and Terra. I want them, but I don't want to lose what I've got up here. So what I'm doing when I'm taking some profits, sometimes I'll actually just say, if I say with a Polygon and I made 80 Polygon, I actually put it back into Polygon. But then other times when I make profit, rather than reinvesting extra into the coin I've just made money on, I'll just put exactly the same back into that, and then the profits I'll put into that. And that's what I did with Solana. I sold Kusama, and I think I made virtually 0.75 Kusama. So I put it into Solana. Sorry, I made virtually 0.8. like of a Kasama, and I bought Solana with it, and then I've done some other things, and I've just kept accumulating Solana, and then also just slowly accumulating Terra Luna. I did have Terra Luna, I did have it. I had about 100 of them, but for some reason I changed it because nothing was happening. Like the price wasn't really going anywhere. So I thought, oh, I'll change it for something else. And I'm gutted because Terra Luna has had a massive, massive, massive accumulation. It's literally doubled. I mean, the low, I think it was 470 or something. So it's almost doubled in value. I'm kind of gutted I got rid of it, to be honest. And that's what I think you've got to do. Buy it and keep with it. So Polygon, XRP, Polkadot, Kasama, Cardano, Chainlink, Solana, Terra. I will never, ever, 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 ever get rid of any of these. I will just think keep increasing, keep increasing, keep increasing. Just through trading on small time frames and holding. So trade while it's going sideways and hold it. Once it starts going up and it starts going a bit parabolic, at that stage, I'm not doing any trading because it's not worth it. It's not worth losing, like risking losing anything if it doesn't come. If it's basically not trading in between kind of zones. Like if we look at, like if we look here, you've got this, you've got this basically this zone here. I mean, in fact, this zone here. So the minute you've got this trend line, which is forming resistance, and you've got this trend line, which is forming support. Do you know, I always, when I say that, I always actually doubt myself. Like, always. I think, have I got it the right way around? Anyway, you've got these two lines, and this is like kind of forming like what do you call it? Like a pathway where kind of, if you look at it, it's just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's like within this kind of pattern, within this panel, if you will. So this is where you can actually do quite a bit of trading and increase your wealth. Once it starts going up, it's probably a bit more difficult because you're not too sure on. Well, you don't want to sacrifice too much. Like with this, it's going from like Bitcoin's going from 32.8 to 35.8. So it's going up and down $3,000. Transfer that into altcoins, it might, like, it's not a lot. Percentage wise, it's not a lot. When it's actually going up, then you've kind of got to look at these higher, like kind of zones where you want to let it get to before it comes down and retests. So at the minute, I'm just accumulating coins as I go. So anyway, look at the heat map. Everything's kind of turned red, but nothing's really moving. Everything's between roughly. I mean, look at it all, like 1%. Atoms like exceptional at 7%, but most stuff is 1, 2, 3%, with the odd one at 6 or 7%. Also, as well, there's been like quite a few people. But when you look on Twitter, like this guy here, the Modern Society, if you sell Link at 1,000 USD, you're going to be so sad in the future. The key is never to sell, live off passive income from staking. Like, he's spot on, but I think, like, I don't know where his head is. Like, Link will easily hit 31k just from Green Finance and Swift. Then, when the other 650 plus partnerships actually go live, 81k. Like, when does he actually think this is going to happen? Like, seriously, when does he think? I don't know, because when you actually look, the market cap, the overall market cap of the whole of crypto is like, what, 1.4 trillion? 1.4 trillion. So, like, for Link to get to 31,000 per coin. I think someone's actually done the math down here. Yeah. The market cap for Chainlink could be $310 trillion. So I think some people don't actually understand, like, market caps. They've got no idea. I mean, 81k. I mean, seriously. I mean, all this could be possible. But when you've got to estimate a time frame, And time frame, I mean, nobody know. The thing is with crypto, nobody knows what the market cap is going to be in 10 years from now because it's still in mass early adoption. Percentage wise, no one's touching it. Um, Once that changes and it becomes the new normal, because I think all the younger generation now, investment wise, it's all going to be investing in crypto. It isn't going to be investing in stocks traditionally in the sense where they do it now. I think if they are investing in stocks, it's all going to be done through synthetics on crypto anyhow, because it's just how everything's becoming. Everything's digital. Um, Everything's evolved to this moment in time where this is how investing is going to be done. And the traditional investing in stocks when the market's open and markets close Monday to Friday, and how you do it, it's kind of archaic. Where now everything's going to become on the blockchain. Like Binance are starting to do it. Synthetics are already doing it, and it allows people in different countries to invest virtually in stocks that sometimes they're restricted from because of the country that they live in, and they get around it because they're basically mirrored. They're mirroring the investment, so they're not really investing in like Tesla. They're invested in like a wrapped Tesla, but it follows the price, so it allows people to invest. So I think even when people want to invest in traditional stocks, they're going to do it through crypto and blockchain and their own like little wallet on your mobile. I think it's just the future. So I think when you kind of predict where crypto's going to be in 10 years from now and 20 years from now, it's hard because you look at these figures here and you think $31,000 for Link. You think it's absolutely impossible, and possibly it is impossible. But when you look at his first target at $1,000, you can kind of think, well, yeah, I mean, by not the next halving, but the halving after that, could Chainlink become 1,000 USD? Could be, because Chainlink is like the oracle for virtually all of blockchains. So it's possible. And the thing what this guy's got right, the modern society and many other people, is like people talk about becoming millionaires, and which is good. You want this life changing wealth, but like, what would you do? Like, what would you do if, I don't know, say you had $1 million in your portfolio in 4 years from now? Like, unless you cash out, you don't actually have it. It's virtual in the fact that it's in like your wallet. It's worth that. But would you want to cash out if it was worth $1 million and you're investing in crypto because you've got this belief in where it's going to go in the future? Would you want to take that out and sacrifice short-term wealth or short-term gains and kind of remove the chance of earning long-term gains? That's where I kind of get a bit unstuck, because I kind of, when I first started getting back into it, in February, March, I kind of thought to myself, right, I'm gonna get in crypto now, and I'm gonna get enough money to um kind of pay my house off, and then kind of let myself have a set amount of money in the bank where I don't necessarily need to work, but not necessarily have um millions of dollars, but just pay the house off, and then have a set amount of money in the bank so I can just do as I please. But then, as I've started getting more down the rabbit hole of crypto, I don't just want that. I want more, because I've got the belief now where I look at all these tokens and all these projects, and the price target's what you kind of the expectation that you set yourself for each of these tokens. It's definitely, it's going to achieve them. It's just a time frame. So when you're looking at Link and it's like $18-19 now, I think it's all time high. We're about $50, $54, and you look at it's the main oracle for pretty much all of crypto pretty much. And adoption wise, it's virtually non-existent yet because the amount of people doing it is still minuscule. It's nothing. Like, trust me, it's nothing. Once adoption fully takes over and investing in crypto is the new normal, trying to imagine, trying to imagine what the prices of these coins is pretty difficult. And $1,000 a coin, I don't think is that far off in that far off in the time frame. I seriously think by the next halving, I'm not sure about this halving. I think Link will probably get to $150. Sorry, by the end of this bull run. So if you think $150, it's probably going to drop. It's probably going to drop back down to probably $50 in the bear market again. But then if it 10x's on the next one, which I think that's probably being conservative, if it 10x's on the next one, that's $500. That's $500. And then by the time you go to the next halving after that, I think $1,000 is like really, really conservative. So let's see how much money you'd need to become a millionaire just off how many chain link you'd need, for instance. So if it's $1,000, so you need 1,000 chain link. Like, is that a ridiculous amount to accumulate now? If that's your entire wealth, like if that's the entire amount of money you've got now, it's $18,000. So in like 8 years' time, that could be $1 million, possibly. But then, would you want to put it all in one coin? Like I've got that amount of money, more than that in my super portfolio, but I spread the risk and invest it in different coins because I expect different ones to perform, some better than others. And what someone else was talking about, which is key, which is what I do, jump back to my 4-year plan. So I jump back into here. Like everything I've got apart from gero is staked, and I think this is key. What a lot of people don't necessarily think about, because I'm thinking, right, imagine if your portfolio is $1 million in, I don't know, 4 years time, and you might be thinking, oh my god, I've got all this wealth. But what's the clever thing to do? Is the clever thing to take it all out? Possibly. Depends on your circumstances because everybody's different. For me, I think I'd probably take out some profits to maybe pay off the mortgage, which would be a certain chunk of that. But I think the rest of it, I'd leave it in, because the return you're getting on staking, if you stake it, you're getting a passive income. So it's like you're getting, if you had $1 million and you stake it, the chances are you'll be able to get 10%, 10% on average in return. So that's $100,000 a year. That's as a wage. $100,000. And then there's probably some kind of, I don't know what the tax obligations are, because you kind of when you're staking it, you're kind of loaning out your cryptocurrency. So I don't know. I'm not sure about tax. Do you pay tax on profits that you get from your loan? I'm not sure on that. Probably, but if you think, I mean, if you had $1 million and you're getting $100,000, and year on year, like that's good to. I mean, obviously, there's going to be years where you're getting bear markets and the price might come down a little bit, but overall, you're going to be increasing because you're staking, you're increasing the amount of coins you're getting too. So you're getting paid this interest, and if you're generating more coins too, it depends what you want to do. Like if you just want to increase your coins, then you don't need to take it as cash. You can just keep increasing your wealth. Or if you want a passive income from it, then you just keep the coins the same all the time, and you just every year you just take take the profits out. So if you made like, I don't know, X amount of chain link or X amount of Polkadot, you just take that out and change it into USDC, bang it to your exchange, cash out, and give yourself an income from that. And I think long term, that's probably the more wiser thing to do because you're creating wealth, like long term wealth, real long term wealth. Because $1 million in 4 years, for instance, could be way more than that in by the next cycle, way more. And it's just going to keep increasing and increasing, providing you're invested in really really good projects. That's why I kind of stay just go for the top projects. I'm not saying. I mean, I'm not currently in Bitcoin or Ethereum, which is sounds a bit mental to be honest. But I'm quite happy with all the coins that I've actually got. And okay, some of them I am going to switch over to Ethereum, and like if certain coins pop, which I believe XRP will, I believe Cardano will, which will kind of really excel above the normal percentages what the rest of the coins will, then I think I'll convert some XRP. I mean, to be honest, whatever coin really outperforms Bitcoin, like really outperforms it, then that's when I'll actually start putting stuff into Bitcoin for long term. Because as I said, there's only ever going to be 21 million. There's probably like 3 million that have lost forever. So, and 21 million is 140 years away. There's like 18.5 million now. I'd say there's probably only about 15.5 million that are actually available from people. The rest of them, I reckon, are just disappeared. So, you think about the whole world adopting Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin is going to be absolutely mental. But then I think that's where, like Grayscale, you look at the Grayscale Trust, the high market cap, what it's doing. It's got a Bitcoin, Ethereum, got in it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and then it's put Cardano in it as well. And there's another coin in it too. Can't think what that is. But if you think about Litecoin. So yeah, so the Grayscale Trust, the high, I don't know what it's called now, the actual portfolio, but it's basically for the top caps, the best performing coins. What Grayscale believes is going to win all others: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin, and they added Cardano. And if you think, it's probably because they're foresighting into the future and kind of seeing, right, okay, Bitcoin's only got 21 million, Ethereum's now deflationary when they start burning ETH. So that's going to be like, it's only 115 million. That's going to be coming down and down and down quite rapidly, but I might add, because the transactions are mental. And then I think it's looking at Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, because they've got the same objective as Bitcoin. They want to be like, they want to be like digital gold. They want to have that store of wealth aspect to them. So I think that's why they've jumped down Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, because I believe they think that that's going to be something else that people are going to ape into for long-term investment. Cardano too. So anyway, I just wanted to jump to a few stories, what I found interesting. So you've got this. So the study done, Bitcoin and Dogecoin are the first investment for 45% of young Britons. So almost half of young Britons choose the crypto market as their first investment. First investment option in their lives, but most have used debt to do so. And if you don't know this, but most Britons, as I am one, don't really have disposable income. And trust me when I say this, it's completely truthful. There's most people, I'd probably say half the population, if not more, live paycheck to paycheck. So, not saying they live a bad life. They've got a decent life, and they're not in debt. But people to buy Bitcoin or crypto, it's not surprising me that most people go in debt for it, because no one's got disposable income, or very few people. So nearly half of UK residents aged between 18 and 29 admitted that the first investment was in digital assets. However, 50% of youngsters use debt to purchase cryptocurrencies, which will be like presumably credit cards. The recent poll conducted by Opinion for the investment platform Interactive Investor revealed that 45% of 18 to 29-year-olds, why is it just repeated exactly the same thing? They must get paid per word. Well, they must do, definitely. So, out of all digital assets, Bitcoin is by far the most popular among the youngsters, as more than 20% of them invested in it. Interestingly, the meme coin Dogecoin is also one of the most preferred cryptocurrencies. And it's pretty sad, isn't it? But it just shows. So, 18 to 29-year-old, and they're investing in Bitcoin, which is good, and Dogecoin. But it just shows to me the complete lack of knowledge. It just shows the complete ignorance of people that they choose Dogecoin. And I know, like friends and family that even invest in Shiba. Like they've virtually got nothing else, but they go in Shiba, and it's saddening in a way because like they just don't understand like where crypto can take us in the future and what projects are going to change the world, and they don't understand. They're not interested in the fundamentals. Basically, they're just interested in get rich quick schemes. And especially when you see people invest in Dogecoin and Shiba coin, they've no idea. They've literally no idea. They just think, oh, it's going to go up and up and up. And they see something at like 0.00001 or whatever. And they think, oh, yeah, if it only gets to $1. They don't realize that it's actually impossible. Like Dogecoin, like to surpass $1. Is it ever gonna surpass $1? And you get people saying, oh, it can go to $10. They don't understand. And it's such a shame. But at least they're in. They've invested in Bitcoin. They're in crypto. They're in the metaverse, if you will. 23% of the attendants used the credit cards to allocate funds into digital assets, while 17% went for student loans. A further 16% employed another type of loan, their mum and dad. But it just shows, though, doesn't it? I mean, that's a massive percentage. Massive percentage. It just shows where crypto's come this year. I mean, it's pretty much towards the end of last year and this year. It's showing how crypto is becoming adopted. So I mean, look at this. A third of UK investors check their balances every day. I reckon a third of crypto investors. I mean, this is UK. This is nothing to do with UK. This is worldwide. A third of UK crypto investors check their balances every day. I'd actually argue that a third of UK cryptocurrency investors, a third of all the entire world that invest in crypto, I say a third of them probably check the balance probably 5 times a day. They ain't just checking it once a day. So the British people seem to have boosted their interest in cryptocurrencies as recent research revealed that about 78% of adults have heard of digital assets. Moreover, nearly 2.3 million individuals have or hold virtual currencies at some point. It's worth noting that the way UK residents think about crypto has also changed dramatically. They no longer see cryptocurrencies as speculative assets, but rather as a serious investment option or alternative to traditional investment. As a matter of fact, last year, 38% of people compared the crypto market to gambling, while the percentage nowadays has dropped to 9%. And it's only gambling if you're ignorant. That's it. Like if you're trading and you're betting on it going up or going down, that's gambling. But as soon as you educate yourself, you realise it's not gambling. Interestingly, the number of investors who check the balance daily has increased 29%, more than double from 13% in 2020. Overall, most of the Brits are long-term bullish. The survey revealed that 50% of cryptocurrency holders plan to increase their exposure, trusting that they'll make money at some point. And that's the UK, but in all honesty, you can just remove the UK and you can apply that to the entire planet. But it's bullish. What do you think? Do you think it's bullish? I mean, I think it's if you think about 45% of people that are into crypto, and you could probably apply that to every Western country, and if you start looking at countries what are less fortunate, like your third world countries, they've got mobiles, and it's probably going to be higher for these kind of countries because the currencies aren't worth anything. So they've actually got control. They've got their own bank account on the mobile phone. So I think it's going to be even higher for these kind of countries. Um, this next story. This is bullish. There's so much bullish stuff going on, and you think the price is kind of just going sideways. It's not accelerating. How can we be in a bear market? What people say we're in a bear market. Even Richard Hart thinks we're in a bear market, or we're going into one. How can we be when there's so much bullish news coming out on crypto? Like everybody is aping into crypto. Institutions, hedge funds, countries, governments. Sotheby's. Sotheby's auction a rare diamond for $12 million in crypto. It's the highest paid in crypto for a jewel. Well, at least through public auction, yeah. There's probably some private sales gone on for a lot more, but this just shows Sotheby's, the most well-known auction house in the whole of the world. It sold 12 million diamond in an undisclosed cryptocurrency yesterday. Monero, do you reckon? Possibly. The auction house, which previously sold NFTs, has accepted crypto for a physical item for the first time. Auction house Sotheby's sold a rare pear-shaped diamond for 12 million in crypto yesterday. That makes it the most expensive jewel ever auctioned for crypto. For the unidentified Hong Kong buyer, the 101.38 carat diamond, which was the second pear-shaped diamond ever to go on auction, was a veritable bargain. Sotheby's had estimated the diamond called the Key 10138 will sell for up to 15 million. This is Bloomberg's post. This is history. One of only two flawless pear-shaped diamonds ever offered in the market. It's been sold via crypto. Again, another bullish story on crypto and mainstream adoption, not only by individuals, by companies. It's very bullish. What do you guys think? So this story here, great buy. Bitcoin trades at records 59% below the stock to flow BTC price model target. So if you look into the stock to flow chart by Plan B, which is a pseudonym, is like an unknown person that's created this kind of chart that's kind of Bitcoin's followed. The chart was obviously done first, and then Bitcoin's kind of followed it. And if you look at it's dipped down here for where on the 20th of November, it dipped below the projected chart line for how long for? Oh, this was what where are we? Trying to find the date. So the 16th of November, 2018, and then up until April 2019, and it started going back up above it, and it's tracked along. It's basically followed it. I mean, it's got the spikes where it's gone parabolic, 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 but it's tracking. But here it started going below it, and I think soon the anticipation is it's going to jump back up and carry on following the trend line. But if you look here, kind of going sideways. So from what date is this? So from August, basically going sideways according to that until 2024, which is the next halving. So it's not got long really to kind of get back up. But if you see, this is where it's leveled off again. So it went parabolic there, and then it come back down. This will be the pandemic kind of period around here where it started dipping. But yeah, if you think of this chart as like a guideline for where Bitcoin's got to go, then at some point in the next few weeks, I think it's going to start heading its way back up. And so far, it's not actually deviated much from the path apart from when it's gone parabolic when the halvings happen with Bitcoin. I'll not go into it. I mean, if you wanna check out what is the, like in more detail, what is the stock to flow chart do, or where it's been, how it's been designed, then if you go to this website, you can get all the information here. It's all here for you. Um, so that's it. That's all I wanted to cover on today's. To be honest, I only wanted to do like half an hour, and I've been going on for 50 minutes. So I hope I've not bored any of you. I hope it's been educational and interesting, or even slightly interesting. It'd be good if I actually had like somebody else to speak with occasionally, so you can get into a bit of a discussion, talk about different topics. But as I've only got 21 subs, I think I've probably got to go solo. I think I've got to go a little bit solo before maybe I get George on, or get invited onto Ben's show. I think it'll come. I'm not saying when. I'm not saying when. I think once they see the channel and my subs have gone up, I'm kind of thinking when I get to maybe 1,000 subs, then I'll probably get to the point where I can invite people on. I mean, I can invite people on now, but I don't think many people want to come on to a guy that's only got 21 subs. I think they're probably thinking, yeah, well, there's not going to be anyone watching it live, or if it's recorded. I mean, it's not going to get masses of followers, I don't reckon. So I think I'll keep going solo for a little bit, and then when I get to maybe 1,000 or thereabouts, which I don't know how quick that'll be, hopefully by the end of this bull run, I'll be up there. But who knows? So if you like the content, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's very important because it lets other crypto enthusiasts find the channel. YouTube will actually show it to them. And then obviously the subs will go up and more people will watch, and I'll try and keep producing more and more good content. So I will end with this. There's a crypto boy in all of you, all of us, me especially, but maybe not in Oz. Might be a few of you in Oz, but yeah, there's a crypto boy in all of you. So keep watching, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and I shall catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, and invest well, my friends. Invest well. Very important. Very important.